This is a 24-inch countertop Maytag washer. These particular items were made 50 plus years ago and used for the ladies' small lingerie type things that they could wash at home quickly in a small space. A lot of people at that time didn't have any type of washer, and they could do the smaller items in here. It actually agitates back and forth, and didn't take a lot of water or time to get your items clean. It's a wringer to wring them out, and you know, most of the time after that they would go out onto the clothesline. This is the only one I've seen, other than the picture of one on the Maytag Collector's website. Actually, they have a picture of this one and the other 12-inch model, which I also have, that we'll look at in a minute. And these could very well be the ones that are in those pictures. I'm not sure, but I've never seen another one like it. This is the 12-inch version of the countertop clothes washer that Maytag produced in the 30s, and I believe I misspoke on the first one I showed of the 24-inch. That also was the 30s, not the 50s. This is the riveted tubs that were produced in the early aluminum pieces. This had the small opening straight at top, and then it actually has a lever that you would agitate the tub with, and allowed you to clean your small items once again, and also very low water use, but a small tub, and was once again used for mainly the delicate items that the ladies may have, and would be something that would be quick to do the wash with without generating a lot of time and effort, and back in that time of the year would probably been quite a luxury to have this type of item on hand to do your laundry with. Very rare pieces. These that were produced that long ago, you just don't find them or see them. They are extremely hard to come by, and it's very prized by me. I've had it for quite some time, and once again, never seen another one like it. It's a great piece. All right, here we have a Maytag wooden tub washer with an electric motor on it. They've started using these now, and for the folks that you know, had available electricity to them. Wringer on the back. These models had the legs that were, you know, wooden legs for sitting them in stable areas and where they weren't going to move them. Or you could take these legs that you see with the wheels on upside down there out, reverse them around, and you could put that on so you could roll it around if you had it in the house and wanted to use it in an area where you'd pull it out and then push it back out of the way, or whatever you were bringing over next to the sink for draining. This particular model has also had a pulley attached to the drive on the outside there. They didn't normally come that way, but the shaft came out far enough you could put a pulley on there, and you could run a second appliance or something. Maybe you want to make some ice cream in a butter churn, or in a churn, ice cream churn, whatever. You could run a second unit off of that particular pulley on this Maytag wood tub washer. These were also, you know, very popular out on the prairies, and you know, hard to come by units. Fantastic, last forever, first of their kinds when it comes to doing the laundry. The motor's on the bottom and the shaft comes out, runs the power up to the drive arm, and it would run the agitator, which really looks like a milk stool. And I've got another machine we'll go over to that's not under a case that we can get at easily, and I'll show you what that milk stool looks like, the agitator that went in these machines. This is the agitator for the wood tub washer, and it, you know, like when I say the milk stool type thing, just went back and forth just like your normal agitator. And you know, depending upon how much was in there, it would move up and down on the shaft. If the load was small, it would, you know, go down. It would get in and actually did a pretty good job of washing the clothes for what was available back then. This will also give you a better idea when I was talking about the power drive from the bottom of the machine up. And this particular machine, I don't have the bar here for it, but you could actually pump it. You put a bar in there, pump it back and forth, and it would drive the machine itself by hand. Those were the first hand washer actually that was ever made, is this particular model right here, and those didn't go over real well. I mean, you know, it was the best you had at the time, but it didn't take them long to hook up the gasoline and the electric motors to them. And this is, I mean, besides this one, I know of only one other one, and that's a gentleman in Texas has one of these double tub washers. Now it has one wringer, but 2 tubs. So you could actually, you know, wash 2 loads at once, or like Bob says, wash in one, rinse in the other one. And this one happens to have the butter churn in it too. That's another feature that was available with all the Maytags. Butter churn. When I say all the Maytags back then, this type of with the wringer agitator up here, you could put a butter churn in there. It had a sausage stuffer, meat grinder available for an attachment. You would pull the I'm drawing a blank, Bob. What the hell do they call it?
Ringer in?
The wringer. You could pull the wringer casting off here and put on the other attachments, and the electric motor or the gas motor, either one, would run those attachments, and you could churn your butter or stuff sausage, grind hamburger, that type of a thing. But when it comes to ingenuity and rareness, once again, this is one of the rarest items out there when it comes to Maytag, is a double tub washing machine. Just, you don't find them. They're not out there anywhere. I love it. I think it's one of the best showing pieces that we've ever had here. Other than maybe the piece sitting next to it, which is a Model 80 low drive square tub wringer washer. And this is extremely rare because it came from Maytag Research Center, and it was used to go around and demonstrate to the dealers how the agitation worked. It has a square hole on one side and a round hole on the other side, so that you could actually show someone what was going on the inside and see how they were working from the bottom and the sides. In the old machines, obviously, you could open the lid and the thing would keep on running, and not like today's models where they would shut off. But with these, you could see it from the side and get a better view of how they were agitating and working the clothes. This particular unit was saved from the research center, and is the only one that I know of anywhere. I've never seen one, never heard of anybody else ever having one. So this is a really nice piece of history from the Maytag company.
Brought to you by Aumann Auctions, world's leader in antique tractor auctions.
This particular drawing is of the Model 80 washer that I just showed you, that has the holes in the sides. But this was the actual blueprint of the drawing, and this is done on linen, not on paper, but actually on linen. And these are from the actual days when this was being made. There is a date on all of these. I have several of the linen exhibits, and they show different stages of the products. This one, for instance, was the late type multi-motor engine, the single cylinder, and the gas engine. That from 1933 gives you a diagram, all the part numbers they used, of everything that went into that particular engine. Here is the Model 90 washing machine, and this is from July 15th, 1927, when this drawing was done. And I rescued these and had them all restored and put into frames so that they'd last forever, and there'd be some history on that. All of that stuff has disappeared from Maytag itself. They don't have any of that product left at all. Especially when they were bought out by the Whirlpool company, they saved very little, if anything, of the old heritage Maytag stuff. So what is out with the collectors is what's going to be there forever.
Brought to you by Aumann Auctions, world's leader in antique tractor auctions.